Welcome anime fans to the very first episode of the Falcon's Nest, your go-to spot for the latest news in the anime world, along with my personal recaps and reviews of the ongoing shows I'm watching. I'm your host Falcon and I'm happy to have you here with me to kick off this hopefully new and ongoing series. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. First up, let's talk about what's been happening in the anime world recently. Here are the top stories that caught my eye. Starting with some music news, Kenshi Yonezu, the artist behind the Chainsaw Man opening theme Kickback, has released his sixth studio album, Lost Corner, on August of 21st, and this album includes 20 tracks featuring singles like Spinning Globe from Hayao Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron. And if you're a fan of his work, be sure to check it out, as he's also planning a world tour in 2025, something you probably might like. Next up, Jujutsu Kaisen fans have a reason to celebrate. Hopefully, a new movie has been officially announced for 2025, and this news comes as the manga approaches its final chapters, adding to the excitement. I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to that and how this story arc translates to the big screen. For Dragon Ball Super followers, the manga is set to return in September 2024 after a short break. Although the exact date is still under wraps, it's expected to pick up where it left off, continuing the saga that all of you probably know and love. Also, just a few days ago, on August of 29th, fans celebrated the birthday of Hajime Isayama, the mastermind behind Attack on Titan. His work has had a massive impact on the anime and manga landscape, and it's incredible to see how much his creation has influenced the industry. It's now something that caught my eye a lot. In adaptation news, My Dress Up Darling is getting a live-action series, which are set to premiere on October 8th in 2024. And this adaptation, I'm sure, has a lot of fans buzzing, and I'm personally curious to see how well it captures the charm of the original manga and anime. I'm personally a huge My Dress Up Darling fan. I think this manga to getting me into reading mangas. Before I wasn't really into reading, so I'm really excited and I don't know what to expect. Now, sadder news, Saki Aida, a renowned novelist, has passed away, leaving behind a significant legacy in the BL genre. Her work has influenced a lot of fans and fellow writers, so it's always sad to lose anyone basically in the anime universe, so rest in peace. Now let's get back to the other news. Cygames Pictures has announced a new original TV anime titled Apocalypse Hotel, set in a post-human era. The anime is expected to debut sometime in 2025, adding to the studio's growing portfolio of original works. Oshinoko Manga is receiving a stage play adaptation for its 2.5D stage play arc, which we all saw if you're watching anime. The play will be performed in Tokyo and Osaka in December of 2024, focusing on the Tokyo Blade storyline, which is amazing. I hope we will be able to see it somewhere. But I don't know, since it's a stage play, I'm not sure if it will be like, released live or if it will be kept just there in the theater or at the stage, but I don't know. But it sounds interesting. Now, in an interesting piece of news, the son of One Punch Man artist Yusuke Murata recently placed second in Japan's National High School Bodybuilding Championship. And this achievement has drawn attention, of course, not only because of the popular manga artist, but also for his impressive dedication to bodybuilding. So congratulations to Yusuke Murata, and we are all wishing you more success. Okay, and before we move on to the second segment with recap and reviews of the current ongoing animes I'm watching, let's check and take a quick look at some major upcoming anime releases. So here we have Dan Da Dan, I hope I'm saying that right, which is set to release in August of 2024. Uzumaki will be haunting you and your screens in September of 2024. And October is packed with releases like Shangri-La Frontier Season 2, ReZero Season 3, Dragon Ball Daima, Blue Lock Season 2, and Tomb Raider. Beastars Season 3 will drop in December of 2024, and Solo Leveling Season 2 is expected later this year. Finally, looking further ahead, Fire Force Season 3 is coming in April 2025, with Spike's Family Season 3 and One Piece Remake slated for 2025 as well. So I think we will have a very exciting time for us anime fans. Now let's shift gears and dive into the recap and reviews, where I will share my personal thoughts on the ongoing anime series that I'm watching. Keep in mind these are just my opinions, so feel free to agree, disagree, or share your own takes in the comments. First up is Nier Automata Core 2, and while the first core had me hooked, I have to admit that the second core hasn't quite lived up to my expectations. The visuals remain stunning, but the pacing and storyline have been a bit underwhelming so far. I'll give it another episode or two before making a final judgment between dropping or continuing it. On a more positive note, Days with My Stepsister has been a pleasant surprise. The show does an excellent job of exploring complex emotions and relationships, and the slower pacing really works for me, at least, and I think it works overall in the anime's favor. It's one of my top picks this season, offering a refreshing break from the usual fast-paced dramas. Love is Indivisible by Twins is another series that got my attention. The pastel animation gives it a cozy, unique feel, and the story dives deep into sibling dynamics and, let's say, relationships between guys and girls in the, let's say, early school years, making it both relatable in some sense and engaging. It's not without its flaws, of course. It kind of is like Domestic Girlfriend, right? So I'm sure a lot of you don't really like that, but I'm enjoying the ride so far. I'm a fan of Domestic Girlfriend, so I'm getting something I've been missing for, I don't know, maybe 7 years now. I'm not sure when Domestic Girlfriend was released. Now Oshinoko continues to impress me with its complex characters and intense storyline. The recent episodes have been particularly gripping, especially with the announcement of stage play adaptation for the Tokyo Blade arc, right? Like we've covered here in this episode earlier. So this series is definitely one to keep an eye on, and I think they are doing so well on continuing the hype and the, let's say, things that they've started in season 1. I'm extremely happy that they didn't, F it up. Now for the Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Alia's character development has been intriguing as she transitions from a confident and seemingly untouchable ice queen to someone slowly revealing her vulnerabilities, especially in her interactions with Masachika. Her playful and competitive dynamic with him shows layers of her personality, balancing her sharp, savage exterior with moments of genuine care. So overall, I think Alia is doing pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's my top pick for this season personally. I've heard a lot of people who've read manga to be fairly disappointed with what they did or maybe what they didn't do. So I don't know. We will see. Finally, Monogatari of Monster Season has been everything I hoped for and more. The dialogues are as sharp as ever, and the animation, while keeping its original style, still manages to feel fresh. Of course, we cannot compare it to Bakemonogatari animation, right? Because those 10 years gap at least. just make the difference, but I'm really happy that it has that original style, but also it is something new, it's fresh. It doesn't feel like the same Monogatari, and well, I guess I can say that for any season I've watched so far of Monogatari. It always feels a bit different, a bit fresh. So that's just perfect. The first few episodes have done a great job of reintroducing us to the characters from new perspectives, making it a must watch for, I would say, any Monogatari fan. And I'm also personally enjoying how they are showing even more backstory for auxiliary a kiss shot, a heart under blade, right? Or the intro puppet of Koyome. So I guess you can hear from my voice the excitement I have for the series. And well, that's all for today's episode of the Falcon's Nest. What do you think? Are you excited about the upcoming anime releases? Which ongoing series are you hooked up on right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Maybe give me some feedback again. When I did the Apothecary Diaries video, it had a lot of success, which I've been really happy and grateful about. And you left some feedback in the comments. I appreciate that. And I'm trying to work on all the things you suggest I could improve, where you can see basically the space where I could improve the videos. So thank you for those comments. I really appreciate them. And keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm gonna try to improve and try new things. I'm gonna see you next time. Hopefully next week with another iteration of weekly Falcons news nest, let's say. I'll see you. Goodbye.